Things. What's up, social media family? It's your boy, big brother, little brother. It just depends on the situation, but it's your boy, Noble Alexander in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. You know how we open up. First and foremost, we want to start off by saying Hotep, Shalom, Salam Alaikum, peace and blessings. Ashe, ashe, ashe. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the final episode of the season. It was a pretty good season, I must say. I had a really good time this season. So, we're gonna close it out with a banger. So I know y'all see them topics down here right now. I commented and I tried to give some of y'all due and timely notice to ward off any danger, that you know, you gonna learn something today. And you might get pissed off today at the same time. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Full disclosure, welcome to the I'll Slap the Sense in You podcast. This slap, where this way, this way, it is just a smack of common sense. This is not to disrespect you, belittle you, be violent in any type of shape, way, or form. Just to kind of wake you up a little bit because maybe your pineal gland might be a little calcified, as we always say, and you need that little smack to kind of wake up, think, think, think for yourself. It's okay, and that's all the smack is about. The smack is not about nothing else. Nothing violent here. Nothing violent here. Now, as I stated on the last show, moving forward, we are going to have what we call our four pillars moving forward on this podcast and on into the future. On the I'll Slap the Sense in You show, we got four pillars that we roll with, okay? We rolling with God, we come in with science, we accept nature, and we observe common sense. Period, point blank. That's the four pillars around here. God, nature, science, and common sense. This is what the slap is about. Because if you're going against God, you're going against nature, you're going against science, you're going against common sense, come here. I will slap the sense into you. That's what this show is about, all right? You don't got to be a holier than thou prophet to slap the sense into somebody. You don't have to be holier than thou to honor and believe and stand on the principles and the word of God. You don't have to be a scientist to accept science. You don't have to be somebody that goes out in nature and spends nights into the wood and in the woods and the forest to appreciate, honor, and observe nature. Okay? And we all got the ability of common sense. Now, some of us may not use our common sense, but common sense is an ability, is a sense that we all have in common, and that's why it's called common sense, whether you use it or not. And hopefully, as you tune in more and more to this show, you're going to use it more and more. All right, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, for those that have, thank you very much. Salute to you. If you haven't, hit the like button, subscribe to the show, and don't be afraid to share. All right, so let's look at them topics, right? What do we got? We got $14.6 billion in fraud. Oh, we're going to talk about that, right? Then we have 100 and I think it was 130 Iranian nationals that was arrested. Oh yeah, arrested. And Barack Obama was just on Michelle Obama's podcast, and quite frankly, I'm very, very disappointed in what was said on that podcast, right? I'm totally disappointed. I'm totally disappointed at what was said on that podcast. But nonetheless, we're going to cover all of that today. And that's how we're going to close out this season. All right. So I'm going to act the fool a little bit. So don't take it personal. Just have the ears to listen to receive and not to rebuttal. Listen to receive and not to rebuttal. Let's start with your boy Barack, though, because I can't wait to get on his ass, right? I can't wait. So I don't know if you noticed or not. Barack Obama was just on Michelle Obama's podcast. I'm not really a big fan of the podcast. Personally, I think it's just I don't know. I don't really like the podcast too much. I believe that the podcast is a little dry. You know, I think the podcast to me is a little dry. But with that being said, there were some things that were said on the podcast that Barack Obama mentioned. And so I'm going to play a clip, right? And this clip, I'm going to actually play this from this other podcast, this other content creator named Anton Daniels. Okay, so he's somebody that addressed it too. And so I'm going to, play the video a little bit of what Barack Obama was saying. But basically, he was, kind of disrespecting the men a little bit. He was saying that, that a father is just not, basically, it's not enough. But it's not so much that he said that it wasn't enough. It's what he said that should go along in a child's life to, I guess, add on to the father or replace the father. I don't know. I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to comment, all right? Because that's how we going to work this. I'm going to play the video, all right? So we about to listen. This is coming up. This is a video Barack Obama on Michelle Obama's podcast. Now check this out.
Give the boys some.
Rewind it. Let me rewind it, y'all. There we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Right. And that's one of the things that I think a lot of times boys need is not just exposure to one guy.
Mm-hmm. One dad.
No matter how good the dad
is. He can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And that boy may need somebody to give the boys some perspective on the dad.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
One of the most valuable things.
That right there, don't that sound, hold on. To give some perspective on the dad, first of all, listen, I don't know what community or how they grew up, but I know that you're not supposed to teach a child anything opposite of what the parents is teaching them from a certain age. Now, when they get older, 18 and up, they out there in the world. But as far as that, other than that, you're not supposed to come in and teach a child nothing other than what the parents tell the child. So, for example, if in my house, my rule is 12-year-olds go to bed at 11. But in somebody else's house, 12-year-olds go to bed, let's say at 8. And you might be the parent that may not agree with a 12-year-old going to bed at 8 o'clock. But guess what you're supposed to tell the kid? Do whatever your mama and daddy say do. Right? Ain't that common sense? Ain't that traditional? Ain't that how we do it? What the f*** is Barack talking about, man?
I learned as a guy was I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant.
So Barack Obama sitting up here saying that one of his favorite professors was a gay professor, and that professor began to call Barack Obama out when he started saying something ignorant, what he called is ignorant. Now, I wonder what that would be. Could it be anything that will be spoken against that type of lifestyle? Come here. I will slap the sense in you. Hey, yo, Barack, why don't you just come out and just say you rainbow, bro? It's all good. It's okay. If that's your lifestyle, man, and that's what you like, go ahead and do your thing, man. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm not rainbow bashing, but we're gonna address some facts though. We're gonna keep nature and science and common sense in the word of God factual though. We're gonna keep it real though. We're gonna stand on the square with it though. We're gonna use our geometry though. We're gonna do that. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I'm gonna show y'all a clip after this to show you that Barack Obama's full of shit.
Mm-hmm. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
You know, honestly, I'm so disappointed in a Barack Obama. It is one of the most.
I'm lost. I'm lost right now because I want to know what the. Hold on. I just want to know just what the WTF is Obama talking about right now. No, seriously. I really want to know what the WTF is Obama talking about right now. What do you mean have a child should have other males around to give him perspective on the dad? First of all, should nobody outside of the mama or the daddy even be saying anything to the child about the child's father in the first place? Come here. I would slap the sense into you, Obama. Who the hell raised you? It sounds like you setting the stage for some type of some Pizzagate. What they call Pizzagate? That's that pedo shit, right? I'm just saying, what are you talking about? Then you sitting up here talking about non-binary. Hey, yo, check this out. Check this out. Again, I'm going to always say this because this is real. I don't care. If you a man, you like sleeping with men, that's your business. I don't care. Do what you do. That's between you and the Most High. When it comes to God, nature, science, and common sense, whatever's right or wrong about it, that's between you and that entity. Women, y'all like whoever like lesbians, women like women, that's your business. That's your business. But what we're not going to do is make up stuff that is just goes against science, goes against nature, goes against common sense, goes against God. We're not doing that, bro. There's no such thing as binary. What the hell is non-binary? What the hell is non-binary? Now, somebody may argue, say, oh, you're so homophobic. Come here. Ugh, I will slap the sense into you. A phobia is a fear. You can't just call me phobic and say that I'm in fear of. I'm not in fear of nothing that I'm talking about. I'm just saying, what is non-binary? Obama just made the comment. Y'all heard him. What is non-binary? A non-binary is a person that doesn't identify as anything. This is like on some gender fluid shit, whatever that's supposed to mean. But science would say if that's the case, then that would be the case across the board of every kingdom in the world. I mean, animal kingdom, insect kingdom, the bird kingdom. There ain't no. Let me say, when it comes to hawks, there's only male hawks and female hawks. When it comes to eagles, there's only male eagles and female eagles. When it comes to tigers, there's only male tigers and female tigers. When it comes to insects, there's only a female praying mantis, a male praying mantis, a female black widow spider, a male black widow spider. When it comes to rodents and stuff, there's only a female raccoon and a male raccoon. There ain't no such thing as no non-binary kangaroo. Ain't no such thing. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. There you go, going against nature. There's no such thing as that. What the hell is Obama talking about? That some kids need to hang, the kid may be non-binary. Obama, you being very hypocritical. You being very hypocritical right now. And I'm going to show the people why. I'm going to show the people why I'm on your noodles right now, brother. I'm going to show the people why I'm on your cranium right now, sir. I'm going to show the people right now why I'm on your team, sir. I'm going to show the people right now why I'm on Barack Obama head. I'm about to show y'all right now. Because ain't this Barack Obama right here? Ain't this Barack?
What I believe is that marriage is between a man and a woman.
As far as why, what in your religious faith calls you to be against gay marriage?
What I believe in my faith is that a man and a woman, when they get married, are performing something before God. I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian...
No, they clapping like a mug. I wonder what audience was that clapping. Was that the old Democratic Party? Because the show wasn't one, the new one. Well, was it a gang of Republicans in there? Like, which party was that clapping? Because he just said he believed that a marriage is between a man and a woman. I'm just saying. I'm just showing you the hypocrisy of Barack Obama right now. I'm disgusted.
For me as a Christian, it's also a sacred union.
He believes in God. Oh, open the door for more catastrophe. Oh, so you're a Christian, you believe in God. Oh, okay. I should pull up what Leviticus in the Bible say about it, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I ain't trying to go there. I'm just saying though. Right? You're right? Right. That part.
In the mix. I think same-sex couples should be able to get married.
President Obama, 24 hours after making history.
Hypocrite. Ain't that your boy? Ain't that your boy? Hold on, man. Ain't this Barack?
Define marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian, for me as a Christian, it's also a sacred union. God's in the mix.
Define marriage.
I'm just saying.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now,
Barack?
for me as a Christian, for me as a Christian, it's also a...
Hold on. I'm just saying, though, ain't this your boy? Barack, you just said this, but now you sitting up here saying that, oh, little boys or who kids should be grown up around other men outside of their father, and a man just ain't enough. God created the household for men and women. In the Bible, it said so. The Torah speaks on it. The Quran speaks on it. So I don't care if you worship in the name of Yahweh, Elohim, Yahweh, in the name of Allah. I don't care. You know that a household is supposed to be about a man and a woman. You just said that. Now you're going to sit up here and say years later, boy, I'm just telling you, these people do anything for a vote. They do anything for a vote. What, T. Chantel? She laughed. I'm just saying they do anything for a vote. You said you was a Christian. I'm just saying, Barack, I think that was very disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful to get up. And why do everybody always got to bash men, though? Like, I'm saying, like, what's up with that? Why do everybody got to bash men? I'm saying, like, what's up with that? Why everybody always got to try to, a man's not enough. Like, bro, let me tell you something, man. I don't know, for you to be a Christian and to say something like that, you're going against Elohim, you're going against Yahweh, you're going against Allah. I don't care what you're talking about. You're going against it. Because Allah, Yahweh, Elohim, El Shaddai, it doesn't make mistakes. The great I am doesn't make mistakes. So when it made man and women, it made them to be together and to be fruitful and multiply. That's it and that's all. Now, what you choose to do, okay, that's you do that. But non-binary, what is non-binary? What is that? I'm very disappointed in Barack Obama. Democrats, let me tell y'all something, man. I don't even want to make this about bashing Democrats, but I will say this. Hey, yo, Democrats, listen up. If y'all plan on winning any more elections, you better start bringing in shit that aligns with God, nature, science, and common sense. Because you're not going to say that an orange is a watermelon because you identify that orange as a watermelon. That's not what everybody's going to do. You're going to have some people that roll with that, and you see where it got you. And this is why I feel like there's an agenda against common sense, nature, science, God, and even masculinity, because masculinity is like a defender of those things. It's a protector. Remember, masculine protects. So when you masculine, you're going to protect God. You're going to protect science. You're going to protect nature. You're going to stand on common sense. And they don't want to see nobody doing that. That's why they rather have fellas out here with a broke back than standing on their damn square perpendicular on the square 90 degrees. Excuse my language, but that's just what it is. I didn't like that interview. Her podcast boring anyway. And since they want to get up here and be disrespectful and clown men, why you sat up there with your legs crossed the whole time? And Michelle Obama had her legs the way you should have had yours as a man, and you had yours the way she should have had hers. You had your legs crossed the whole damn interview down there, bro. You done cut off the circulation down there with your eggplant. The hell is wrong with you? Shit, you just comfortable like that, huh? Weirdo. I'm upset about that. That's right. Because you shouldn't have said that. That's disrespectful, especially when we got you on camera saying other shit. So we can stop all the hypocrisy right now. Moving on to other news. What is ICE? What is ICE? Y'all know ICE, right? ICE is the ones going around snatching up all the illegals and stuff, right? Everybody hating on ICE and stuff right now. But actually, what is ICE? Like, what do they do? See, the next two things I'm going to cover falls into their field, their scope, you know what I'm saying, the things that they do falls under their umbrella. But what is ICE? All right. So ICE is basically, I'm gonna read y'all something. All right. And it says that ICE is basically like they're feds. They're federal, that's a federal agency, and they're like basically Homeland Security, like HSI, what they call Homeland Security Investigations. So I'm going to read y'all some stuff, right? It says HSI conducts criminal and civil investigations into a wide range of issues, including national security threats, terrorism, human trafficking, drug smuggling, financial crimes, and cyber crime. I'm going to read that again. HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, conducts criminal and civil investigations into a wide range of issues, including national security threats, terrorism, human trafficking, drug smuggling, financial crimes, and cybercrime. HSI investigate employers who are suspected of hiring undocumented workers. HSI works to disrupt or dismantle transnational criminal organizations involved in illegal activities that impact U.S. interests. I'm going to read that part again. HSI works to disrupt and dismantle transnational criminal organizations involved in illegal activities that impact the U.S. interests. Border security enforces immigration laws within the U.S. interior, complementing the work of the Border Patrol, which focuses on border security. So what that means is that you got Border Patrol. They're the ones out there actually patrolling the border. But if you make it into America, which a lot of people have, it's not the Border Patrol that's going to come and get you for being illegal. They have another agency, and that's ICE, that falls under their scope. They the ones going to come and get your ass. ICE. Okay? Also, it manages immigration detention facilities and oversees the detention and removal of individuals pending their immigration court proceedings. All right? So, it also says combating transnational crime. HSI works to disrupt and dismantle transnational criminal organizations involved in illegal activities that impact U.S. interests. Other key duties: protecting national security. ICE works to prevent terrorism and threats to national security. Upholding law and global trade. ICE ensures the integrity of global trade and financial systems. Protecting public safety. ICE works to protect communities from criminal activity that undermines public safety. I'm going to read that one again. ICE works to protect communities from criminal activity that undermines public safety. Could that be human trafficking? Enforcing over 400 federal statutes, ICE has the authority to enforce a broad range of federal laws, including custom violations, immigration laws, and laws related to terrorism and human trafficking. Noble, why did you read us all of this information? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Because did you know that there was the ICE just made a bust of $14.6 billion in Medicare fraud? Yeah, come here. Turn. Oh, yeah, right there. I will slap the sense in you. Didn't y'all say Doge was full of crap and Doge wasn't doing nothing and we haven't seen no results from Doge? Well, guess what? All that auditing that Doge was doing allowed them to find $14.6 billion in Medicare fraud. On top of that, did you know just recently they arrested 130 Iranian nationals? And these are some hitters. I'm talking about these dudes are snipers and they some hitters from Iran that then came over here. Oh yeah, you don't believe me? I just, because I be talking crazy, huh? I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, that's cool. All right, let's see. Let's see if I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see if they kind of briefly brought it up in the news a little bit, but then kind of, didn't want to speak too much on it. Well, let's see, right? Let's see. I'm going to show y'all some clips of some things here. All right? Because I don't want nobody to say I'm making up stuff. I don't do that. I don't have to.
This evening, a nationwide crackdown on what the feds are calling massive health care fraud. The Justice Department says it has charged more than 300 people in fraud amounting to more than $14 billion. At least 5 of the cases right here in our area. Among the accused, Leo Gavani of Clearwater. We told you about his arrest last week. Gavani is accused of stealing $100 million meant for patients who are disabled. Prosecutors say Gavani was the leader of the nationwide conspiracy and his business partner, John Wytak, facilitated it. Wytak is also charged.
These criminals didn't just steal someone else's money. They stole from you. Every fraudulent claim, every fake billing, Every kickback scheme represents money taken directly from the pockets of American taxpayers.
Prosecutors say more arrests could follow as this investigation continues.
I'm gonna play it again this time.
This evening, a nationwide crackdown on what
I didn't say nothing. Now I'm finna say something.
the feds are calling massive health care fraud. The Justice Department says it has charged more than 300 people in fraud amounting to more than $14 billion.
So hold on, they just arrested the feds. Hold on, I'm sorry. There we go. So the feds, aka ICE, I read that to y'all for a reason. I read that to y'all for a reason, because this is ICE. Remember all that Doge ain't doing nothing. They ain't finding nothing. They just making up stuff. Okay, so while they doing them audits, they like, oh, okay, $14.6 billion. Where the hell's, what's up with this? Oh, we see, oh, this is crime. This is some criminal activities. Man, they arrested over 300 people. They arrested over 300 people. You said Doge ain't working? Come here. Looks like that audit is working to me. They said this is the biggest bust in the history. In their history, $14.6 billion? Yeah, sounds like a lot to me. Sounds like a lot to me.
At least 5 of the cases right here in our area. Among the accused, Leo Gavani of Clearwater. We told you about his arrest last week. Gavani is accused of stealing $100 million meant for patients who are
And people mad when Trump just recently cut. And this isn't about supporting or defending or things about Trump. However, people were just mad because they're like, man, he just cut off funding for Medicare and this, that, and the other. Well, if Medicare is going to allow $14.6 billion to be stolen from them, yeah, they deserve their funding to be cut off. Come here. I will slap the sense into you. We can't keep letting $14.6 billion come up missing. That's why they had to cut some funding off, because it was so much money. They're like, nah, we giving them too much money, and they just letting it go out the door to crime. We can't allow that. We're going to cut some funding down, and we're going to audit this stuff and make sure that it's done properly. We're going to save America $14.6 billion.
Disabled. Prosecutors say Gavani was the leader of the nationwide conspiracy and his business partner, John Wytak, facilitated it. Wytak is also charged.
These criminals didn't just steal someone else's money. They stole from you.
Yeah, that's taxpayers. Because y'all don't understand that anybody that got a job, that work, and they're a W-2 employee, anybody that file their taxes, when money is taken from you, we are the ones funding these programs. So how you get mad at people when they see stuff like this come up? How you get mad at people because they don't want illegal immigrants over here? Because we're the ones funding them. We're the ones funding them. Come here. I will slap the sense into you. If you didn't know, now you know. Cut it out. We are the people that's funding all of these social service programs that illegal people coming over here are taking advantage of. We have an immigration system. You go through the immigration system, you become a citizen, no problem. You want to be an illegal? We're not having it, buddy.
Every fraudulent claim, every fake billing, every kickback scheme represents money taken directly from the pockets of American taxpayers.
Damn right.
Prosecutors say more arrests could follow as this.
Yeah, more arrests gonna follow because all them people they arrested, they finna tell. They ain't finna get to go down by themselves. They about to tell. They like, I'm telling. I'm telling. What else we got here?
Shocking details into Operation Gold Rush, a major takedown by the Justice Department into a healthcare fraud and money laundering scheme. The investigation centers around a Russian criminal organization which was set up right here in Connecticut.
Aha! What did I'm just telling you, what did I just say ICE is on? It was on financial crimes, transnational crimes. ICE ain't playing. So y'all think ICE is just, nah. ICE is doing everything that's coming to light right now. ICE is the one doing that. So while y'all getting mad, I'm talking about some, well, ICE is wrong for sending agents down to the strawberry farm fields with all those illegals, and they shouldn't be doing that to those people. Those people are just hard-working people. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. Do you know that 1 million kids come up missing every single year in America alone? 1 million kids come up missing every single year in America alone. Right now, if you do your homework right now, there's 34 black women missing in D.C. right now. That just happened right now. They like, where the hell did all these women go? Right now. There's 34 women missing in D.C. that they can't find right now. You want to know why they hit them strawberry fields, those farms, and where all the hard-working illegals were? You want to know why? Them the feds that we talking about. They don't have time to play no games. Don't let the news media play with you. The feds ain't playing no damn games. They came over there because they got tunnels up under them grounds. How you think you can't find these people? Because they taking them on the ground and moving them, and by the time they come up across the border, they in Mexico getting shipped off to China. What are you talking about? Come here. I will slap the sense to you, man. Cut it out. Stop trying to be all overly sensitive. Oh my God, they're just doing the illegals so wrong. Shut up. Man, they got them people over there. And yeah, I'm not saying all the illegals know about what's going on. But we all know how shit work. You have a little front for something. Strawberries, avocados, oranges. That's all we doing is picking off the tree and trying to clean it up and sell it. Yeah. Show us these tunnels underground, though. Show us these tunnels underground, though. That's what ICE is doing. As a matter of fact, I bet y'all didn't even know that while they talking about some of these vendors that don't got no permits and stuff on the corner out here in LA selling oranges and tacos and stuff, man, you know some of them got the bag, they got the work on them. They got the work on them. What you talking about? Why you think they there? It's one on every corner. How many of them you need on every corner? Because that's how much work is going down there. Tacos and burritos is the front. I'm not saying it's for all of them, but tacos and burritos is the front. Come here. I will slap the sense in you. I'm not pleased. I told you. Have common sense. Have common sense. Think for a second.
Reporter Dylan Fuhrer enjoyed this live to break down this investigation. Dylan, fascinating here.
Stephanie, an absolutely bizarre, massive takedown here in Connecticut and around the country. According to the feds, this Russian crime group orchestrated a multi-billion-dollar scheme targeting, exploiting, and stealing from the Medicare program, using Connecticut patients' personal information to do it.
I think it's messed up. It's not right at all.
MMA fighter Julian Reza isn't stunned to hear about.
Said the Russians is the one running the plays. They in charge of running the Medicare fraud. $14.6 billion.
The massive money laundering and healthcare fraud scheme. He remembers the FBI coming around, asking questions. Reza trains and coaches at Teixeira MMA and Fitness in Bethel. They didn't used to have this whole building to themselves. They shared half of it with the Russian crime organization, posing as a functioning medical equipment company.
It was sketchy. You know, sometimes I would go outside and there's just sketchy people. The workers were sketchy.
The Justice Department tells us Kevin Valdhans, a Czech citizen and member of the transnational criminal organization, purchased 3 companies, including Medical Home Care.
I'm just saying, like, how come they talk about all this other stuff on the news? How come you don't hear about this on our news more consistently? Is it because they don't want you to know?
was in this building for years. The crime group purchased dozens of companies from prior legitimate owners that already had the ability to submit claims to Medicare. The feds allege since the group purchased the company, it had access to patient and billing info, then made fraudulent claims to Medicare for medical equipment, receiving millions of dollars, allegedly misappropriating the identities of thousands of Americans.
So while they was trying to tell you, no, man, Doge is gonna have your identity, man, this thing's already had your identity. The IRS itself has been hacked twice in the last 5 years, and they want you to tell you that Doge is gonna have your identity. Everybody in the world got your identity because of them. Come here. Ugh. I will slap the sense into you. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't do some homework for a change. As a matter of fact, I'm doing something for you. Just listen up.
Including elderly and disabled, and stealing their personal identifying information. The affidavit also claims the Russian group was transferring money overseas to China and Malaysia. Law enforcement did seize $17 million in Operation Gold Rush, but there's no mention of any charges against Kevin Valdhans. The affidavit claims he left the country.
Find him. That's messed up. That's not right. That's not right at all.
Meanwhile, in a separate investigation, a nurse practitioner from Cheshire was also recently hit with federal charges, accused of selling Xanax and Adderall prescriptions for cash. Michelle Mazuka was allegedly prescribing patients large quantities and dangerous combinations without a legitimate medical need out of an office in this Wallingford building. Mazuka recently bonded out. We stopped by her home, but this man answered the door.
That's why they don't like Doge. Doge is out here snitching on everything. As they doing them audits, they like, yeah, this category right here is $14.6 billion short. So, you know, they're going to be like, what? $14.6 billion short? Come here. Ice, go get them, boys. Saddle up. Go get them. Yeehaw! They ride out, go get their ass. That's what the hell going on.
Door.
Wondering if Michelle was here.
She's not.
No, not home today? Any comment on the federal charges?
No comment.
Okay.
The Justice Department added investigators are aware of at least 5 deaths in Connecticut within the last 3 years in which Mazuka prescribed a combination of Xanax and Adderall within 30 days of the fatality. I'm your reporter, Dylan Fear, in Channel 3 Eyewitness.
Hey, listen, man. I'm just saying. Like, that $14.6 billion. Now that's a lot of money. I'm sorry. That's a lot of money. You can't tell me that's not a lot of money. I'm just saying. Like, what do y'all expect? Of course, after that type of arrest, the president, whether it's Trump, goofy ass or not, they gonna be like, oh, I'm cutting off some funding, and yeah, we gonna make it happen. So you can't get mad at that. This is why you always have to do your homework. This is why you always have to do your homework. Because you can't just go. You gotta understand manipulation. You gotta understand manipulation. You just have to. And the more homework you do, the more research you get into, the more you dig up, find out, then you start understanding, like, oh, that's why they did this. This is why they saying that. Oh, okay. It makes sense now. Yeah. What are we talking about here? You know? It's a reason for it. So, because on one hand, you can't say, well, they just want to cut off Medi-Cal because they just Medicaid and Karen and Cal and all of that because Trump is racist and everybody's racist and this, okay, fine, whatever. But on one hand, they've been fighting with pharmaceuticals to make them lower their prescription drug costs. So they want you to be able to get the drugs cheaper. And then this happens, you can't say that. No, it was damn near $15 billion was coming up missing. And they like, where are $15 billion at? Oh, Doge did his job. Doge like, oh, Doge reported back to the feds. The feds like, hey, yo, ICE, go make it happen. Go find out where that bread is. And they arrested 300 plus people and destroyed almost a $15 billion $15 billion goddamn machine. Okay? Okay, Doge is holding them accountable. You damn right Doge is holding people accountable. There's a whole lot of people being held accountable. As a matter of fact, let's see who else is being held accountable. Because I could have sworn while they was talking crazy that gang of Iranians. I heard that hold on, let me do this right. Why they got talking crazy about ICE and all of this. ICE is out here snatching up people for having sleeper cells. They just arrested 130 damn Iranian nationals. Okay? Yeah, they did. Check it out.
Worry about sleeper cells. 130 Iranian nationals arrested in the U.S. More than 130 Iranians have been arrested in the U.S. in just 1 week. These arrests happen because of worries that Iranian sleeper cells might carry out revenge attacks after U.S. strikes.
Now look at the people there. They got some either some Army Rangers, some National Guards. They military for sure. Then they got the police there. That's the feds. And because they dealing with Iranian nationals, people that are ex-military. Look, you got military dudes right here, man. This is not a game. This is not about just picking on illegal immigrants. Oh, man, get out of here. They're not just doing it like that. They're not just doing it like that. No, they're not. There's shit going on that we don't know about. Remember, I remember we just dropped some missiles on Iran, right? Okay, listen. We just dropped some missiles on Iran, right? Okay.
On Iran's nuclear sites. Earlier this week, federal agents carried out operations in 8 states and 9 cities, arresting 11 Iranian nationals in just 48 hours. One of those arrested, named Marin Makari Saheli, is a former member of the IRGC and has admitted ties to Hezbollah in Lebanon. Authorities say these arrests were due to concerns about possible revenge attacks after the U.S. strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. This group is labeled a terrorist organization in both the U.S. and the U.K. 5 of those arrested also have criminal records for things like grand theft, drug crimes, and illegal possession of firearms.
You see what I'm saying? So why everybody like ICE is full of shit? This is some more ICE stuff right here. This is some more ICE stuff right here. ICE got to do what it do. Y'all mad because they want to kick out illegals because under the Biden administration, they let in all of these illegal immigrants. And these illegals that because the border was wide open, they just got y'all focused on, the news got y'all focused on like Latin people and Mexicans. So every time you think illegal immigrants in the border and all that, that's all they want you to focus on and think about is illegal immigrants. But I'm showing you about all these Iranians that they came over here during that time. They arrested 130 in 1 week. Remember last season, I showed y'all on the show when I was dealing with immigration, and we were talking about how all those Chinese people that came over here. Why the hell is Chinese people coming over here? They're not broke. China got the 2nd largest economy in the world. And then you know how much money it would take to fly from China to Mexico, and then you got to pay your way through the gate to get from Mexico through the U.S. border. That's money. Those people are not broke. What are they doing over here? Y'all not putting the math together. You just getting mad and letting them pump y'all up like, oh, man, this administration and da-da-da. Man, you better be glad we got some people trying to get rid of some of these mofos. Everybody that coming over here ain't just supposedly looking for a better life. They got some killers coming over here. They got some real guerrillas coming over here. People that's ready to do damage. Didn't America just tear Iran up a few weeks ago? Didn't they just release some missiles on their ass? All right, then. Now they're trying to get their lick back.
Right now, 670 Iranian nationals are being held in ICE detention centers. Senior officials in the Trump administration have warned that Iranian sleeper cells could become active inside the U.S. and carry out terror attacks. According to NBC News, just days before the U.S. airstrikes on Iran, Donald Trump received a message warning about possible terrorist attacks by these cells on American soil. In the past, the U.S. has also accused some Iranians of plotting to assassinate Donald Trump. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton and
Hey, when that alleged attempt on Trump, President Trump, came up a few months ago, whether it was staged or not, they did say it had something to do with some Iranians. That's all I'm going to say.
former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, illegal entry of thousands of Iranians. In a memo from Rodney Scott, the head of U.S. Customs and Border Protection, he wrote that thousands of Iranians have entered the U.S. illegally, and an unknown number of them are still in the country without being identified.
Why is that? Because they came over here illegally through the damn Biden administration. So y'all mad because they own this border. Why you think they keep saying that this border thing is priority? Why you think they own it like that? They got to start shutting it down. Too many of our enemies have came over here to this country. All right? It's so easy to say, oh, the Republicans are Trump and them tripping when shit gets to popping off and they start tearing this mother up. All right. All right. Don't be the one like, why is all this happening? What's going on to our country? But you had the Biden administration let all these mofos let into this country. And who was the border czar during that time? Kamala Harris. Come here. Yeah. I will slap the sense into you. She was the border czar
emphasized
during
in
this
this
time. Yep.
memo that while there is no specific or credible threat at the moment, the risk of sleeper cells or their supporters becoming active in the U.S. has risen to an unprecedented level. Senator Lindsey Graham also said that so far, 1,500 Iranians who entered illegally have been arrested in the U.S., and he prefers to discuss more details in a classified briefing. Out of this number, 729 people were allowed to stay in the U.S. during Joe Biden's presidency. Tom Homan, the former border security coordinator under Trump, described this situation as the biggest national security weakness for the U.S. and warned that officials don't know the exact location or identity of many of these people. According to information released by U.S. border authorities, in the past 4 years, they have found things like prayer rugs and ID documents belonging from Iran, Turkey, and Syria along the border areas. Homan said tourists could have crossed the border, and ignoring this would be a huge mistake. Biden administration accused of letting in thousands of sleeper cells. Trump also accused the Biden administration of allowing a large number of dangerous cells to enter the U.S.
See, one thing you got to admit, you may not like Trump, and that's all right. That's cool. Yes, you're right. Don't like him. Shit. I don't like everything his ass do either. But guess what? I know Trump is for America. He ain't for no other country. He ain't working for the Iranians. He ain't working for the Russians. He ain't working for the Chinese. That mofo is about America. I don't give a damn what nobody say. So he not finna let no other country just come over here and do what the F they want to do. Now, I can't say that same shit for everybody else, but I can at least say that about his goofy ass. That's for sure. That's for sure.
And said many of these people came from Iran. He expressed hope that he could get the situation under control. Some former U.S. security and defense officials have said Trump's warning about sleeper cells isn't baseless. Retired General Wesley Clark said Iranian sleeper cells could act independently, though he thinks it's more likely that Iran's proxy forces in the Middle East would attack U.S. troops there. Thomas Warwick, a former U.S. State Department official, also told the Telegraph newspaper that he's worried Iran might target U.S. nuclear facilities and critical infrastructure. He said Iran has tried in the past to use criminal groups for assassinations and similar actions, and might do so again. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security also issued a warning on Sunday about the possibility of cyber attacks by hackers linked to the Iranian government. And to all of you who follow the news and this channel...
Man, let me tell you something. For those who don't know what a sleeper cell is, a sleeper cell is a group of people. All right, let's just use the Iranians as an example. So let's say if they got sleeper cells over here. A sleeper cell could be a group of 2 or more people that come in and infiltrate, and they're going to pose as everyday people, and they could be over here from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And you'll be like, oh, my neighbor's Iranian. He's the best neighbor in the world, but he might be a part of a sleeper cell. I'm not saying go start messing with people that's from Iran and all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's how patient they are, and they will assimilate themselves in everyday life. They will be in places where you could be undocumented and work and make a living and play it off to the average person. And the whole time when they get that call, like, hey, it's time to go, they're going to start playing that E40 song. I'm trained to go. And they're going to go, and they're going to do whatever the order is. I'm telling you, they already came over here with the order. They just was ordered to chill until it was time to do what it do. Like I said, that could be a 5-year, 10-year, 15, 20, 30-year period. Sleeper cells ain't no joke. The best thing, that's why it's called a sleeper, because it's not something that happens quickly. It's over time. You know, you be sleep when you go to bed, you be sleep for 8 hours. You don't be just sleep for no hour or two. You be sleep for like 8 hours, right? So it's a sleeper cell. You'll fall asleep thinking that it ain't even nothing cracking. They'll rock you to sleep. Then the next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. All right, that's how they move. So I'm just saying, man. I'm disgusted with Barack. I'm disgusted with Barack and his non-binary comment of having ass. Won't you just say you LGBTQ, bro, and call it a day? No problems. Just go ahead and let the world know. Come out the closet, all right? It's time to come out there. Everybody else coming out, you might as well come out too. The Medicare fraud, that's why they had to shut it down, cut off some funding. We talking about $15 billion worth of fraud that the Russians was running a scheme on, all right? Found out by Doge because they was doing their accounting and was like, we got $14.6 billion right here. You're rounding off, that's 15. We got about $15 billion over here missing. We need to handle that, and they did it. You had 130 Iranian nationals get arrested in 1 week, and your local news barely talked about it, if they talked about it at all. Most of y'all probably didn't even know about that. See what I'm saying? This is why you got to do your own homework. This is why you got to do what you got to do. This is why you got to do it. All right? And I'm going to tell you right now, as long as you standing on 4 principles, it's just 4. You standing on God's word, the word of God. I don't care. Yahweh, Jesus Christ, Allah. I don't care. I don't gangbang religion. I ain't with all that. If you standing on that, you standing on nature. Nature is the trees, the air, the sun, the moon, the water, the land. You can't go against that. Science is the facts. The attempted explanation of nature and God. The attempt. That's science, though. 1 + 1 is 2. And common damn sense. If you built your life on those 4 principles right there, you can't go wrong. I don't care what nobody say. If you stand on that shit with any debate, anything somebody talking about, you cannot lose. You're gonna be undefeated in the regular season like the 72 Dolphins. You're going to sweep through the playoffs like the Lakers, like the damn 2002 Lakers. Well, 2001 Lakers. And you're going to be putting up banners, winning championships. You're not going to lose with those 4 principles right there. God, nature, science, and common sense. I don't give a shit what nobody talking about. Come here. I will slap the sense into you. That's what it means to get the sense slapped into you right there. To have the common sense, to have The understanding about God smacked into you. Nature smacked into you. Science smacked into you. Common sense smacked into you. That's what it's about. If something's going on and you're trying to figure out whether it's right or wrong and you're not sure, just pull out the just pull out the four pillars. God, science, nature, and common sense. And if it goes against one of those three, or if it goes against all four, it's an abomination. But if it goes against any of that, yeah, it's probably wrong. Probably something you shouldn't be doing. Probably something that goes against nature, science, common sense. Yep. It's safe to say. It's safe to say. It's definitely safe to say. So with that being said, hey man, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Please do. This is the last episode of the season. I give y'all 8 episodes a season. This is episode 8 of this season. I'm about to go on hiatus. I got other things to do in life. I got a lot going on. Okay. I got so many other ventures and things going on. But as you always see, every time we come back, we always bubbling. We getting better and better every time, right? Right. No one can deny it, right? And that's what we're going to keep striving for, to get better and better every season, every podcast, every broadcast, every show, everything. All right. So I'm going on hiatus. I'm going to be out for a little while. Take me a break. And then, you know what? I think it's good to unplug from social media too, personally. I don't like to get to indulge too much in the social media, because I know that social media is a problem for most people, because most people don't have the common sense. They lack the connection to God. They lack the connection to nature, and they don't even understand science to understand that it's some stuff on here is just propaganda. It's divisive. It's not something you need to be logging into every day, all day. Don't make this your life. For real. I think social media, there's a lot of good, but then there's a lot of bad too. So I just like to check myself and unplug from it. I don't want to, I'm not going to let the matrix swallow me up. So I'm going on hiatus, and I'll see y'all again in about a month and a half or so. I'll be back, and it's going to be on with brand new episodes, brand new conversations, some brand new smacks. I've been smacking for 8 episodes, so I got to let my hand held up on both sides. I'm going to have brand new guests. Oh yeah, better platform, all of that. But what I can tell you is be on the lookout for a lot of my edits and reels. Be on the lookout for something else that I'm about to introduce to y'all. I'm about to introduce a segment called, I'm just going to call it Soul Food, something like that. Just be on the lookout. It's going to be some little segments, and it's just going to be for people that might just need a little word of motivation. Just a 5-minute words of motivation. That's all it is. But hey, until next season, I love y'all. Hey, right here, right? Stay focused. I promise you, keep your head on a swivel. I'm telling you, don't let them get you, because the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. I'm going to say it again. The devil is definitely a lie. So y'all take it easy. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Noble Alexander. I'm out.